The week ahead will offer some critical economic data across Europe, including euro area unemployment, GDP, and manufacturing, while the Bank of England is set to announce its interest rate decision as the UK continues to eye an exit from the EU. Investors will first get a look at UK housing prices for October on Monday, after September's 2% growth reflected continued market stability. Nationwide chief economist Robert Gardner said subdued economic activity and ongoing pressure on household budgets is likely to continue to exert a modest drag on housing market activity and house price growth this year, though borrowing costs are likely to remain low. Gardner added that overall he continues to expect house prices to rise by around 1% over the course of 2018. The UK on Monday will also release updated figures for mortgage lending and approvals, and the BOE will provide a report on consumer credit for September. The data will be followed on Tuesday by a reading on UK consumer confidence, then on Thursday by the BOE's monetary policy decision. The Bank of England had kept its interest rate unchanged at 0.75% at its previous meeting in mid-September, as well as maintained its levels of corporate and government bond buying. The BOE said it continues to recognize that the economic outlook could be influenced significantly by developments related to the process of EU withdrawal, and there have been indications recently from the financial markets of greater uncertainty. This in addition to increased downside risks to growth related to U.S.-China trade tensions, as well as a general softening of emerging market economies. The central bank added that any future increases in the bank rate are likely to be at a gradual pace and to a limited extent. The BOE has hiked rates twice since November 2017. Meanwhile, Germany is set to provide color on labor market conditions as well as inflation on Tuesday, with the release of its latest unemployment rate, followed later in the day by a gauge on consumer prices. German CPI in September came in at 2.3% year over year, its highest level in nearly 7 years. Germany will also provide an updated IHS Markit manufacturing PMI for October ahead of the weekend, after September's index was hampered by the steepest drop in exports in over 5 years. Also in the week ahead, investors will get broader euro area business confidence, as well as a flash reading of third quarter GDP on Tuesday, followed by unemployment rates across the EU's 28 member states on Wednesday. According to Eurostat, unemployment has been edging lower in the euro area, with the lowest rates held by the Czech Republic, Germany, and Poland, and with the largest figures led by Greece and Spain. Elsewhere on the calendar, Switzerland will unveil its latest Cough Economic Barometer on Tuesday, after September's reading rose to a level somewhat above its long-term average, with results led by manufacturing, exports, and financials. Switzerland will also release updated consumer confidence and retail sales numbers in the latter part of the week. On the corporate front, German airline group Deutsche Lufthansa will announce third quarter earnings Tuesday. While Lufthansa's second quarter earnings had taken a fall amid higher fuel costs, air traffic control strikes, and continued M&A integration expenses, lower unit costs helped the company outpace market expectations. However, the airliner stock has been on a downward trend since roughly the start of this year. Find out more by selecting the event calendar option in the IBKR Trader workstation to get a full list of U.S. and global corporate events and earnings, dividend schedules, economic data, IPOs, and more. I'm Steven Levine for Interactive Brokers, asking you to enjoy the week ahead.